Coconut. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very, very spoopy edition of the Venture Maidens. I am super excited for this episode for a few reasons. The first reason is that, you see, we have a guest here. It's Jen Vaughn. Say hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen. Hello, Jet.
Jen is from the D20 Dames podcast, which is another fabulous actual play podcast. Jen is also an artist and does 100 million amazing things, but we'll have Jen tell you more in just a few minutes here, but also other things. Super excited. You might have noticed on the layout, I am not the dungeon master today. Sage is taking up that mantle. Thank God, because I have been dying under writing deadlines, and it was super awesome of them to step up and do the thing. So whatever horrors that are about to happen for this Halloween spoopy episode, it's not my fault. So it's their fault. So without further ado, Sage, why don't you kick it off? You handle all the coordination. I'm just gonna sit back and just,
Whoa, weird. Whoa, all right, we're gonna drive this car. Cool.
Yes.
All right, so yes, I'm Sage, and tonight I will be your spoopy storyteller as well as your now NPC barbarian Kara.
Heck yeah. Oh crap, do I go next? No?
Go in alphabetical order.
That's pretty then.
What's up? I don't know. I can't do the alphabet. I have no idea. I was looking at my actual name and then Arnidel. I'm like, wait, that's
But wait,
those.
but they're
Check
both.
out. That's a double check. I'm Brittany. I'm playing Arnidel, the Moon Elf Warlock.
And my name is Celeste Conowitch, and today I will be playing your tiefling cleric, Chance, aka the love of Farah's life.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
They just met.
They
just met.
Yeah.
Maybe
This is
Chance will
crazy.
find love in a hopeless place.
She is pretty hopeless. So are we?
Is
Well,
Jen
I guess-
next? Wait.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I
Jen.
can read. My name is Jen Vaughn, and I will be playing a half-orc druid, an entomancer, called Viridian Green.
And Jen, while you're here, why don't you tell people where else they can find you in the wide world of the internet?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at thejenya, TheJenya. And every Tuesday, I host a show called Jen Vaughn's Big Dungeon Show over at mixer.com/VV Spaceship. Send me somewhere else. And I play different RPGs and run people through, and I'm very sure certain people on this show will be on that show soon. So, yeah.
Well,
Who could that be?
I don't know. Anyone that visits me, to be fair.
I'll keep just showing up outside.
She's
until
here
you take
every
me.
week.
She never leaves.
We just make her hold up the table now on these lights. So Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm going to be playing your terrifying tiefling sorceress, Farah Berlin.
Ooh, boy, yes. So, we find ourselves all at the Elysium Keep. It's been, it's getting towards the end of the day. It's probably about 8-9 p.m. Where would you all believe you would be at around this time, Farah and Arnadel?
Definitely a library.
Definitely a
The
bar.
library.
Yeah, so you and Kara are probably at the Middle Sister Inn, slinging back some drinks, talking about the shit that you've done over today, and like lives of adventuring, and and that sort of stuff. And it's just at this point where you and Kara have just finished your last beverage. You see Chance and a half-orc person stride up through the Middle Sister.
I kind of take my tankard in the air and I like wave it around. I'm like, Chance, hey, take a seat, bud.
Hi. I'm actually glad I found you here. This is my friend Viridian.
Hello. There's no time to drink, I'm afraid. You're gonna have to put that right down, Farah.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm not one to siphon off a good beverage, but there's some trouble down in town, and we could really use your assistance.
And what does Viridian look like?
Viridian is a very short, stocky, green half orc with a little tooth coming up, in a sort of tank top sports bra, leather armor, and then a pair of shorts with a bug exoskeleton skull belt buckle, and then also has these pauldrons that seem to be buzzing on her shoulders, also side shaves all the way. So yeah, and she's also holding a little staff and some other various weapons she would never need, of course, but she's basically vibrating right now because she's so worried. And you must be you are Arnadel, correct?
Wait, what?
Oh, Arnadel is in the library.
I'm sorry.
I'm like,
so
wait,
sorry.
I'm talking to nobody. I'm so just.
My ears perk up at one point. Yeah. I'm
like, my mind has gotten away from me. This is Farah Viridian, and this is Kara Viridian. Viridian is a super helpful member of New Breach. Has been helping me out with this particular situation.
It's so I'm just gonna get right into it, okay? So one day a week the kids it's called play away day, and we just make them leave, take time off of their work, get the HE double hockey sticks out of our faces so we can whatever we want. And they didn't show back up. And it's after curfew. So we're getting real worried.
Shit.
And yeah. Chances told me all about how great you are and how you could probably help. Would you please? I'd certainly buy you a whole trough of booze afterwards if you want.
Yeah, I mean, Chance, thank you.
I mean,
also talking about your beauty and your profile.
I think that's quite enough. I think we can probably
what you look like from behind.
Get a move on. Swiftly.
Yeah, I would be happy to help. Let's just gather the rest. And she kind of like puts her hands down on the table and like gets up from her chair, booty first, and is like, well, let's get our friends. Let's get this taken care of. We can't have them kiddos gone.
Was it the bend and
snap?
That's totally... bend and snap. That's it.
With assistance from a table, because that adventuring life is rough.
It's rough. Yeah, exactly.
Viridian drags her eyes up. Oh.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first.
Oh yes, Kara would definitely, especially after a few pints, would definitely be checking out Viridian and be like, "You're so much taller than me."
Yeah, you're like ab height, huh?
It's
Oh
That's
man.
good ab hype. Hot.
Viridian just flexed. No, we gotta go. Come on. Do this
Let's-
later.
Yeah. Let's go get Arnadelle. I'm sure she's got her nose in a book somewhere.
Yeah, let's take this sexual tension to a library.
That'll definitely quiet it down. As you all, run down the hallways to find at the base of the arcane tower. There is, of course, a library where you find Arnadelle, reading a book.
Hey.
Yeah, Arnadelle speaks normally. She's like, yeah, I think I'm the only one. Well, we are the only ones in here. Nobody gets up here. But hey, what's up? It's nice to see you guys.
Well, we have a little bit of a situation down in New Breach, and we were hoping that all of you, Maidens, would be willing to help us out. Viridian, this is Arnadelle.
Hello, it's so good to meet you. And puts a paw right in your face.
Oh yeah, she grabs it earnestly. She's like, oh, it's super nice to meet you. When'd you get here?
Oh, I've always been here.
What? I feel like I would have seen you. Well, actually, I take that back. I go one of 3 places. Here, my room, and the bar. And outside of that, I'm looking at a book or my feet. I'm sorry. It's nice to meet you. So yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're gonna go help. What? Where
We're gonna find some kids. It's sort of like hide and seek, but super dangerous, and we don't know the rules.
Chance looks so nervous
Arnold
when you say that.
This is the first time that Arnold realizes she hasn't interacted with a child since that little baby in the Bastards before, what was it? We were underground. Remember? The orc boy? Or no, the elemental.
That was in Bastard's Breach. Yeah, we were
Bastards
underground.
Breach. Yeah, so she's like, oh shit, I am so out of practice with children. This sounds terrible.
Well, we only need you to wrangle them, and I feel like a sternness would actually really help.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm sure your spell slinging will come in handy along the way.
Oh no.
Okay.
You haven't seen some of the spells that have happened lately since this change. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best to not cast a spell because there's a lot of death and darkness and tendrils. Anyway.
He's got like a polite smile plastered to his face, but you see his eyes are just like going very, very far away.
Wider and wider.
Scarring the poor children with your dark magic.
Yeah, Arnadelle,
They have to learn
her
sometime.
awkwardness with Aaron has definitely exchanged into just regular old social awkwardness.
Viridian just sort of taps the table. Well, I'm sure it's fine if these kids come back scarred and disfigured as long as they come back.
Yeah, it seems like they've
That's
all.
a language that I could. Yep, we're on the same page. Okay, cool. I just
But
need that
maybe
little
not.
bit of validation.
If we can help it, perhaps not. I don't know. Why don't we just get a move on and see what the situation is? Assess it when we get there.
Yeah. Let's go play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm. Just seeking mostly.
So Chance, with all the other volunteers in New Breach that have coordinated to help everyone in the village start searching for the children, you know that the kind of quadrant that you all be responsible for searching is just off of the shore of the ocean, and then that's leading into this sort of small thicket that's just right off of the to the northwest of New Breach.
Yeah, I mean, Chance will lead with the surety of, like, I'm in charge here, and we'll just start leading people towards the cups of trees.
Viridian gives everyone a thumbs up. Into the breach.
Oh man, I've been listening to so much Tannis lately, and Breach has just so many meanings. All right, so let's see. Light situation. Are you all carrying torches, lanterns? It is definitely dark night outside. So,
I mean, I got that good tiefling vision.
You all have dark vision?
I got super dark vision.
I mean, that's what you do.
I got that normie shit.
Wait, do tieflings not have dark vision?
No, we have 60
Oh,
feet,
okay,
but we don't have enhanced dark
it.
vision.
Half orcs have dark vision, so
So
does someone need to hold my hand?
I think we all have dark vision, so we can
Nice.
just roll out under the cover of night.
Definitely, yeah. You can definitely, yeah. So you're still only going to see, in those blacks and whites, or like a tiefling might see in shades of red and black. But you all can make your way out into the unlit area, lit only by a half moon. And as you come up to the shore and start, or kind of tracing the boundary that's leading in of the path that's leading into the thicket, you notice that the air has a very different quality to it. It's musky, and there's this stench of peat, like dirt, like peat earth, with a sickly sweetness over top of it. It's very unusual. And as you get closer to the tree line, you notice just mushrooms and moss and lichen have just taken over these trees.
Could I don't know if Chance would have noticed. He's not great at nature, so he's just like, oh, this is mighty,
This is new.
mighty stinky.
Arcana. Well, detect magic.
Okay. So with your detect magic, this doesn't seem to be some sort of magical effect that's creating all of this like abundance of fungi. With like a lot of nature magic, you can like make plants more magically gigantic, but this doesn't seem to be like magically enhanced necessarily.
Oh, just good old fashioned fertilizer.
Fertilizer on crack.
Sick.
But
I said this non-magical fertilizer, guys.
You're sort of gifted with natural
Yes, I
things.
am.
Is this common to this area? I admit I haven't spent much time out here.
I think it is, but there's a tinge of something else, and Viridian just sticks her hand straight up to the elbow into the dirt and sort of feels around. Come to me, my friends. And from her pauldrons, you see little bugs, blotia and fleas and flies sort of crawl down and then go into the dirt. Could I do a nature check?
Absolutely. You get a point of inspiration.
Oh.
That's awesome and horrible for some of us.
Oh, yes, everybody in chat is aware this is Farrah's favorite thing.
What's a 14 gonna do me?
So
for me?
As you plunge your arms into the soil and you turn your fingers, you uncover this profound mycelial net that is visibly grasping its fungal tendrils like this slow morning yawn. And you see it's visibly growing and stretching before you as it is just forming a mat underneath the forest floor.
Oh, I hate to be the one to tell everyone, but I think we're on a trap.
And there's definitely that this kind of growth can be definitely very magically enhanced, but you don't know necessarily what would cause this, but you know that there are spirits of great power in nature that can cause this like surge of growth to happen.
Yeah, Viridian sort of relays that, and like great spirits of the forest. Sorry, Farrah, the ghost kind, not the booze, and winks. So I think that kid's probably, they're always touching things, putting things in their mouth, so maybe they angered something. I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Okay, do you have any insight on what we might be facing in there? And Chance kind of looks nervously like at the trees. He's just like dressed in like street clothes. So he's like
I don't know, but I hope they're a fun guy. I'll just leave. Sorry.
I really don't think this is the time for jokes, Viridian, but all right.
Well, no, I needed that. So do the bugs just go back in, or do they just hang out after they go out?
Say that again? The kids?
The bugs that
Bugs?
the
Oh,
bugs.
they've all like resumed their home underneath Verdian's pauldrons.
Okay.
She's got double pauldrons. So, some bugs, I guess the bigger ones are on the bottom and the lighter ones less full of
Let's
blood.
keep talking about this.
Okay, let's get.
It's like a ziggurat of bugs.
You asked, so I just wanted to answer.
Yeah.
Paint everyone a picture
Yeah.
with interstitial fluid. Sorry.
Kara, why don't you go first?
Yes, and of course, as always, Kara takes the lead, boldly, Jesus Christ, words, boldly striding down the path. What is the rest of the order after her?
Chance would like to be in the back.
Yeah, Farrah's not a go first kind of girl, so she'll be in the back too.
Right. Viridian will be behind Kara, stomping around.
I'll be in the middle, I guess. Yeah,
Warlock
middle, right?
sandwich. Cleric's in the back. Oh, except not a real cleric. One real cleric.
Hashtag not a cleric.
Hashtag.
Wait, so this trap didn't happen. It was gonna.
I think it's just more like the whole situation is there's something weird going on.
Growing around us.
Yeah.
And and as you step down the path, you notice that the earth that you're walking on, instead of being like hard packed ground, is very spongy because of this like net underneath the soil that is cushioning your steps. So you notice as you walk, it's very quiet, and you hear the crashing of the waves on the shore not too far away. You hear the night chirp of birds as they find their nest for the evening. And as you're walking down the path, it's been about 20 minutes or so. You haven't seen much of anything, but I would like for one of you to roll a d4, please.
Nose goes.
I'll do it.
Okay.
3.
So as you're walking along, you hear a crack of branches, and Arnadel, as you're like stepping over this big overgrown root, you feel something plunk onto your back.
Why?
Does it knock me over?
No, it feels like
Like an
about the size of maybe like a small cat, maybe. But you hear
Alistar's with me, which is the first thing that I turn around to check. Like he's been on my shoulder, but I'm like, wait a second. So there's another thing.
Yeah. As you turn your head and glance over your shoulder, you see these huge pincers clicking at you and Alistar, and it's got this like abdomen like a June bug, and it's clawing up your shoulder, looking as if it's going to pinch your face.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you do know that I was gonna take a split second to determine, even if it looks creepy, I'm gonna want to make sure, like, what species? I need to know the genome. Whatever the fuck
And the
word, I don't
phylum.
even know.
Yes.
Phylum, yes.
Yes.
But I can very quickly determine that it is menacing.
Yes.
Clacky,
Definitely.
I since Alistar is on my shoulder, can I make like a reactionary attack with this little scorpion tail? I feel like he would be quicker than me with his little. I mean, he's got blind sense.
Cannot use the attack action, unfortunately.
From being packed to the chain, they get to though.
Okay.
Yeah, with the pseudo dragon. I was like, I definitely think I've used an attack with him before. I don't actually have his stats. Let me look. Well, let me just roll.
Call it a +4 and like a d6 of damage.
All right, cool. So that's gonna be a 15. To
Yeah,
hit.
it'll definitely hit it.
And you want me to roll a d6?
Yeah.
That's very generous of you. Thank you. 2 damage.
So as like Alistar, he makes his little squeak and he farts a bunch of glitter. And he flicks his little like pin a little like stinger tail into this thing, and it lands like right in the back of its head, and it just clatters back onto the ground, and now you can see its dead body as its legs curl up in towards its abdomen.
Oh, Viridian runs over. What did you do? And like picks it up like a baby. Oh
It
no!
makes a few last clicks with its pinchers in your cradling arms.
I am cradling Alistar at this moment, just like both of us we're vibing on that telepathy thing where we're both just like freaked the fuck out and not okay about it. I'm just like, no.
Arnadale,
Oh, what?
I could have helped. Like this is what I do. It could have helped us.
I'm sorry. I'm really
Just
sorry.
tears running down Viridian's cheek and
Oh.
splashing on its abdomen, and it's.
I have a strong mixture of feeling sincerely sorry, but also like the intense repulsion of like narrowly missing a spider dropping on your head. You know, like I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't. You know what? Like I don't know what to say except I'm really sorry for.
It's okay. It's okay. We're a new group, so yeah. I'll just if there's any bugs, I'll get them off you in the future. Okay. And also, can I? And she Viridian holds up the body. Can I have dibs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Arnold's curiosity takes over. Like, can you tell me more about these things? Like, actually, I'm kind of curious. What do they have? Like some properties? Like, tell me about it.
I don't know.
Sage, yeah. Well, so Viridian, as an entomancer, you are a master of knowledge of these creatures. And this is not something that has ever occurred in the natural world to your knowledge. Like right off the bat, you know that this is like a weird mix of different kinds of bugs that have just been have come together.
Yeah, Viridian looks down. Well, using my Amatidia, I am able to see the ways of the wings, and I can tell you that this is not natural.
Yeah.
Chance is just like,
Yay.
oh my god. He's like looking he's looking over at Farah, kind of like looking up at the trees, so out of his element.
Yeah, Farrah's like got a big like polite smile on her face, but her eyes are just dead. She's like, oh.
I think Arnold's still in disbelief that magic, like she's like, surely super fertilizers and doing this. She's just like trying to fit because she does, you know, she's more magic-y, not so much like natural world-y.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like looking at it, detect magic again just to make double sure that this isn't like some kind of curse or enchantment.
Yeah, Sage, can we see stitch marks on the bug?
There aren't stitch marks, but it almost does seem like they've kind of been glued together, maybe.
Oh, all right. And she started like licking one of the legs.
I'm sorry. Do you know of anything that could possibly do this? Either of you who are a little bit more magically minded?
I mean, Arcana check?
Guidance.
Yeah, sure.
+3 to your roll.
Damn, this is gonna be like hella. Hold on.
We're so smart.
If anybody else ever needs guidance, I got it too.
Oh my god.
Guidance for
Kendra.
everyone.
I got a 27 on that.
Fuck yeah.
Ugh.
So, you know, thinking about all this like fungal growth that has like randomly kind of occurred in this forest, and looking at this bug, you think there are when a wizard or a druid or other like very, very powerful creatures go through an area, like you could have a very powerful druid whose, whole thing seems to be bugs, perhaps, that when they get to such a huge level of power that they actually change the terrain around them as if their aura just brings like with them, carries through their magic. And so
Raven Queen into her realm, definitely remember.
Yeah, like if a Raven Queen were to walk through a place in the mortal realm, it would turn to raven feathers and darkness and gloom, and And when beings of a certain power like have that, it just their aura just changes their environment around them.
I want to slowly, with the dawning of this realization, turn to Viridian and be like, can I ask you a candid question, if not definitely obvious?
You mean other than this one? Of course.
Yeah, you're a druid, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You love bugs.
That's right. I've been tasked with many things in New Breach, including making sure that the soil is rich enough for things to grow, and that we have all of the bugs that are available around the world. And I also have 2 bugs that are going what's that, extinction? So I have to make sure that they mate. She's going to keep going until you stop her. And so that involves.
I feel like. So sorry, the way that you were holding your hand up, I was like, "Are you going to talk about scabies?" Like,
oh no, I was talking
like,
about.
I'm holding them inside of me right now.
That is how I got them to mate. Was actually on my hand. So it was.
Oh, actually, Arnett was like, "That's actually pretty precious." But she's like, "No, task at hand." She's like, "Who do you?" I apologize for the directness of these impolite questions. Who do you worship?
Who do I worship? Oh, I worship death, of course. Just the capital.
Okay.
That's who my body is promised to, and that's why the bugs. That's why they help me, because when I die, once I'm very powerful, of course, my body will become a home and a feast for future generations.
Tight. That's actually she's like clicking with you on the like sciencey side of this. She's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, cool.
Chance pulls a flask out of his bag and is hitting that shit and passes it to Farah and to Kara.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Kara's
my
like,
curiosity has picked. Ardenel's loving the knowledge that she, like, a fresh perspective on like knowledge that she kind of has, but like this is all new territory for her, so she's loving it. And she's like taking notes and shit. She's like, yeah, okay,
beautiful.
Cool. Yep. And so who else? And also, who do you think might have been powerful enough? I mean, you've come into contact with like powerful nature beings. I'm sure you have come across maybe some kind of natural response like this.
Yeah.
Before.
Hold on. I should. And Verdi just looks out. Mom. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I don't think I know. Maybe. And Verdi just like goes back to the ground and sort of touches the dirt, the soil, the overgrowth, the ferns, trying to.
Lots of small little pincher bugs crawl to your hand and start to wind up your arms.
Hello. Oh, hello. You're Jeffrey. You're Joffrey. You're Jeffina.
Okay, I don't mean to cause fuss or anything, but we should probably get a move on.
Yeah,
these kids aren't going to find themselves. And maybe we can talk to more bugs along the way, or
yay,
whatever. Takes another pull.
I was like, right. Onward, I guess.
Swiftly. Yeah.
And as you continue down the path, you can see that up ahead of you, it opens into a kind of shittily cleared out area where you see where you see what one would call a fence. A fence would be a generous term, upon which is a sign that has been clearly scrawled by a child that says "Keep out" in all caps with a backwards K and an exclamation point.
In common.
Yeah, in common.
This is like a Lord of the Flies situation.
Yeah. Hello, kids? Are any of you hiding in there?
There's a moment of dead silence, and suddenly you feel almost a rumble in the ground beneath your feet, and you hear this faint chanting that starts to grow just a little bit louder every time. Deshni lesaf, Deshni ss, zukt moy lasil, ewa re zukt moy. And it just keeps repeating over and over and over again.
Ooh,
What language is it?
Yeah, do we know what?
It is an abyssal.
Nope.
Ooh, do I do not
I do
speak
not. I do not either.
that.
Farah, do you speak Abyssal?
No, I speak Infernal.
I'm freaking okay.
Damn it. Wrong dialect.
I know.
No dice.
I knew I should have taken the other course in school.
Yeah.
The other side of the blood war.
It's the south side of hell.
Yeah, precisely.
Okay, well that does not sound good. Can I tell where the sound is coming from? Or is it underground? Is it all like what's happening?
It's coming from all around this clearing and through the holes in this hastily thrown together fence. You can see these glowing eyes of several dozen small beings scattered in the clearing. And as you look towards the center of this clearing, you see this massive oak tree that would be thousands of years old that's housing this kind of L-shaped ramshackle like conglomeration of old milk crates and cardboard to make this kind of like shitty clubhouse. But you hear it coming from all around this clearing and up and in the tree.
Cool.
Wow, I don't remember.
How far
this.
away is this? What's the diameter?
The diameter is about 50 feet through this fenced in area. It's like it makes roughly a circle.
Okay. We're
I
like
cast mage armor on myself.
Yeah, Chance is going to disappear.
I think I want to do some like logical deduction here. I guess like a I don't know, perspective check. No, I'm just deciding on whether investigation or if perception would be better for this. She just wants to get a gauge. Are these the children?
Just throw a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. Not too shabby. That will be a 21.
You're
Oh, my
guessing,
math
these
face.
things, the about of where the eye levels are that you're seeing in sort of in the distance, about 30 feet ahead of you, where their eye level is. You're like, that's child height or dwarf height, you know.
Child dwarf
It's about Kara's height.
might be halfling. We'll see. But and their little voices. The voices are all
The voices
like,
sound like
whispery.
children.
Oh, this is
Ugh.
This is
Terrifying.
Yeah,
Can
this is
I
awful.
determine if this is a spell that they're casting?
With
You
that,
cast a-
I would say, you know that chanting is used in a lot of arcane magic. Usually as necessary component
Summoning.
for summoning things.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fuck. We gotta like fucking interrupt it, don't we?
I am now invisible, and I am trying to creep closer to like into this fort. Is there a way into the fortress? Or
Yeah,
is it
so
all, like...
where the sign that says "keep out" is taped on is like has been nailed on to like a door that you can a shitty door that you can open and go through. Otherwise, you can like pick over the fence pretty easily. It's only like 5 feet tall.
Okay, I'm
Alley-oop.
gonna do some flips and shit. Now that I'm invisible, I'm gonna do a rogue flip over this wall. And get behind these kids and see what's going on. Nobody knows how cool it is because I'm invisible as shit. But
Yeah, go ahead and make
Look-
it an acrobatics or a stealth check to see how well you pull this off.
that would be a 27 on my acrobatics.
Beautifully, and everyone feels it in their soul as
I feel like
Chance.
something beautiful just happened. I don't know.
You're
why.
like,
That
wow.
we don't hear you or see a cloud of dust upon
Mhm.
landing. You just nothing.
I've been training my whole life for this moment to flip into this fortress made by children.
Does anyone need a lift? And Radian's just smiling, maybe a little too big.
Oh no.
I already Randall's looking for the salt circle to fucking smudge to fuck up the summoning of whatever the fuck is coming through the ground. She's looking around for like something to fuck up this process.
Dude,
Make a perception check.
I've been rolling fucking fantastic up until now. That's going. You said perception. That's gonna be a 10.
Verdine would like to look for a sugar circle because these are kids.
Where's the pixie sticks? Where are they at?
They snorted them.
Where are they
at?
Yeah. Oh, I only got an 11, so not doing any better.
Yeah,
We're
so
both
the
just
both of you are just kind of like looking your heads around, and now as you've gotten up and you've approached the fence, and you're now looking in, you see that there are just on the ground itself. There are maybe like 36 children whose flesh has turned this kind of ashen gray, and their eyes are this bright, beaming yellow. But around their eyes is the stain of black, as if it were maybe some kind of mold that's
What
grown on their
the
flesh.
Shit. What
Does
the
it look like it's
shit?
coming from in and spreading outward, or like they ate it? That might be difficult to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, you until you examine, like really look at one up close, you're not going to be
Okay.
able to determine that.
Are they standing in like a formation of any kind, or like in a circle looking
there's-
down at something?
They're standing like kind of equidistant apart from each other, circling around this tree and looking up. And now as you look towards this clubhouse, you see this pulsing, sickly green light coming through the cracks of the wood.
Wow, this is a cool rave.
Wow.
I've never been to one. Is this it? We just watch kids? It's not it. I know it's not. I'm sorry. We gotta get in there.
Yeah, Chance is up. He's like he's getting up the tree. He needs to see what's going on. He's mad. This is terrible. Sneaking around.
All right, so you're gonna try and make your way up the tree.
Hell yeah, man.
Let me look at a thing.
No, you don't need to. I just do it.
There's no.
It just
I
happens.
do it. It's great.
Hey, well, while that's happening, you see Viridian sort of smack her 6-pack and go, "It's go time," and then turns to Fair and goes, "You might want to look away if it's not your thing."
What do you mean?
And then you see her
I'm watching.
6
I'm
abs
definitely
glow
watching.
as these legs sprout, these phantasmagoric insect legs, and she then like shifts, so she's like got her, looks like she's kind of planking, and then lets the legs like carry her up the tree, so her hands are still free.
Oh my god, I am like fucking fascinated by this. I don't think Arnadel's really interacted with a druid yet, so she's like, "Is this wild shape?"
Is this what it is like?
She's never seen it in real life. She's only read about it.
Excellent.
So they're
All right.
kind of like reclusive.
I rolled for vomit.
Does Farrah vomit?
She does one of those little like.
Yeah, hold it in. Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're good.
Okay.
Swallow that.
We're
Okay.
good. Okay.
Just
That's
behave.
normal.
Okay. Wow.
We
All right. So, Celeste, you are making your way towards the tree.
It's me, Celeste, climbing up this tree.
Chance begins having to weave through these children, and as soon as you had hopped over beautifully over the fence,
Thank you.
all of the sudden, as you land and you're like, "Oh yes, that was badass. I am undetectable." As you land, you suddenly feel the gaze of all these children as they slowly turn their heads towards you.
They can see me.
And after they finish their last line of chanting, they open their mouths and worms just spill out of
I want to go home.
Okay.
and they continue chanting louder as it's becoming this roar that is whistling through the jungle. And it begins to just seep inside your mind as this madness almost just begins to rack and bounce back and forth in your head. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I need an adult.
I am the adult.
Oh crap! Oh god, at least that was good. Okay, so 15 on the die. Oh, and I'm a cleric, so that'll be a 24.
As you feel this madness begin to rack your head, how is it that you're able to stabilize yourself in this situation?
Chance grew up in the mean streets of the city, and I have seen a lot of horrible things in my lifetime. He belonged to a cult for a while. It was a whole thing. So this is actually not the worst thing he's ever seen.
Not the worst.
So by comparison, and most of it also, he's really, really angry at whatever has done this to the children. So a lot of that anger to like stay focused and get this done is carrying him through.
Definitely. So you manage to just to brush off this feeling, and you're able to stride forward.
Oh God!
Has children reached their listless?
I'm
hands
easily
out towards
like,
you.
No. As I'm like making my way to the base of this tree.
And they begin to shamble slowly, step after step after you.
Can we see this?
Could someone
Yeah,
help?
yeah.
Where the hell are all of you?
You're invisible.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem to be doing shit.
Yeah, to the rest of you, Chance is invisible, but now you see this sort of like ripple in this tide of children who have turned their gaze and apparently are following after something.
Oh,
And
my
I'm
God.
yelling. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, what the hell?
Hey, Lord!
Hey, Lord!
Keep it going.
Hearing that, I take a big gulp and I look over at Viridian and I was like, "You said something about a lift."
I did. So Viridian's going to whisper into the wind. I'm trying to make a roll on this. To cast sky surfing.
That sounds cool. What does that do?
What is that?
It's not gonna work is what's gonna happen. So when I harness the call of the local exos, the bugs, and they can use them as a form of transportation in the shape of a surfboard, or
That's cool.
yeah, of a clump of floating bug disc. But so I think they're all tired or inside those children.
It
Oh.
seems like it. Mm-hmm.
God.
But
Okay.
I'm on top of this fence, so I'm happy to reach a hand down and try to bring you up. If you can get close, want to get close to these legs.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
whatever you're gonna do it fast.
Yep. Go. Just yank. Throw me over. Let's go.
Okay, I got a 23 in strength.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh,
Strongest
boy.
bug in the world.
Yeah, so you're just like, yeet! And Farrah goes,
Yeet.
you just yeet Farrah over the fence with ease. She's a beanpole anyway, so you're just like, whoop.
Kara, Arnadel, you wanna go? you gonna lifeguard over here? Just watch, make sure we don't
Well,
die.
I think you are muted.
I said she'll jump on there. She'll be like, "Hup."
Up we go.
Right, yes. So we can all definitely make our way across. Why don't we go ahead and roll some initiative so we can sort how things are gonna go.
Oh, that's a natural one.
That is a 15 for me.
That's a 16 for Chance.
17 for Viridian.
Oh my god, what am I gonna attack? This is terrible.
Go for the ankles.
No, they're children!
So I said ankles. I didn't say like their guts or their head, their eyeballs.
We
They
can't
don't
have
have to
feetless
walk.
children. Like,
Easier to
I've
find
rescued your
management.
children.
It's-
They don't
it's
have
called behavioral management.
they don't have any feet, but here you go.
Chance, what if you tickled them?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? They got ooze falling out of their mouth. Hey! And I like slap one away from.
It just like kind of like swishes to the side.
Oh God.
no.
Oh God.
Instead of expecting to feel like the hard body of a human, it feels soft and kind of
Spongy.
squishy and spongy.
Mm.
Can I make like a arcana or medicine check to kind of determine if these kids are beyond help or
Yeah. That's gonna
Yeah.
make this whole process much easier.
yes.
Do we kill it? Can we kill it with fire?
Yes.
Literally.
This
Light
will
that
greatly
shit.
determine my first move of combat.
Yeah, go ahead and make an arcana check.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's 15 plus 8, 23.
So you can think with powerful enough magic, since this isn't you might be able to reverse the effects of this. Since these kids have only that they've only gone missing today, so this effect must be relatively new. So you think you're still at a good amount in a good window where a powerful enough cleric should be able to reverse this.
Not me. Okay.
Are these cordyceps?
Or what?
Cordyceps.
No.
The zombie fungus.
Maybe? I don't know. I've made them up.
That's 6, Sage. You made these.
You did this.
No. I can't.
I've been reading a lot of Cthulhu shit recently. I've just been like in a
Okay.
dark place. All right. So first off, now that you all have entered beyond the fence, I will need the rest of you, everyone except Chance, to make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
19.
Got an 18.
So Arnadel and Farah, you are okay. You are able to shake this feeling of madness from your head. But Viridian, you just feel all these insects, this fungus, this growth of this natural environment. It's so powerful. And you hear these children chanting, and somehow when you hear it and you feel that you're in this place of power, and this sort of temptation to just give into it, to succumb to it, to become one with this powerful nature, and you fall incapacitated to the ground as you just you're in the place of bugs.
Yeah, Verdian just like got her hands clasped out and is like feeling the mud and the
Oh my god.
We're not still riding, are we?
Oh.
No,
No.
Okay. Turn around,
So
look.
yeah, Katie, Farah, and Chance, you see your half-orc companion just racked with ecstasy, just drop to the ground.
I honestly don't know if that's normal or not. So Chance is like,
Seems par for the course.
plus I'm busy being chased by demon mushroom children. So
All right, so
Gosh, kids.
Viridian, it is your turn. You may go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw to see if you come out of your
reverie.
super. Yeah.
are you sure you want to get out of this? I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
it's
no,
happening
she wants
here.
to help some freaking kids. 16?
Not quite.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
rough.
Well, she completes. No, I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is not a family-friendly podcast.
Oh,
Get it all out.
I figured there were a couple of bucks going around.
Yeah.
So.
Chance, it is your turn.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to try something that probably won't work, but Chance is desperate. And I've never successfully used this spell, so here we go. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on the swarm of children.
Okay.
So here we go. if they aren't immune to charm effects, then basically
They are.
They are. Fuck. Wait.
Let's
No,
say-
wait. It's not a charm. Hang on. A creature can wait. You can attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, each humanoid in a 20-foot radius. Charisma saving throw. Oh, it's not a charm effect. Okay. It is not a charm. Oh, wait. Causing. Yeah, no, I can just calm their emotions down. We can just calm everything down. Charisma-
Everyone needs to take a step back.
Charisma saving throw, please. DC 17. Calm down.
No.
If they're humanoids, though, I guess.
They are humanoids.
Okay.
They are not calmed.
And
You
it
guys ever
still
see
has
that
never
meme?
worked.
Okay, so Chance is like, so he pops out of invisibility as he's like waving his hands around, and he's like, shh, 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 shh. Okay, nope, that's not working. That is definitely not working. Sorry, that's not working. Definitely not working. Okay, and how far is the tree trunk from me? Because I want to get to that glowing.
Yeah, it's
Glowing
probably about
something.
10 feet away from you as you're right up against the tree, basically right up against the tree now. You can see that there is a ladder that's been like nailed into the trunk of the tree so that you can easily chamois up it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hustle my ass up that
Whoop,
up
whoop, whoop,
that
whoop.
ladder.
So you hustle your ass up the ladder. It just takes a second there is a trapdoor that you can push up in to climb into the
Bang.
the base of the L.
Was my Foley. Bang.
Back as you push open the trapdoor, flecks of this kind of moldy moss substance flex onto your face,
Ugh.
Mm.
and it's slimy, and it's
Again, I grew up on the streets. I've had worse things in my face.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh,
so much
God.
about chance.
Second chance, everybody.
And as you fling open this door and you crawl up inside, suddenly you feel this lash of this tentacle whoosh, just grab your ankle. And it does.
Oh, was that an attack?
Yes.
It would have disadvantage to attack me because of my cloak of displacement.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Mm.
Right.
The lash of this tentacle reaches out and grabs your ankle.
Butts. Big old butts.
And it does 15 damage to you
Ow!
Jeez.
as it burns.
I yell, tentacle! Tentacle up here!
Uh, but as you-
Damn it.
yes.
Where are all of us? You are still, Viridian's still like in the ground.
Yeah. So basically,
Loving life.
she had helped you all over the fence. You guys might have like run forward a little bit, but she has like dropped on the ground. So you are all about 25 feet away from the base of the tree, and then chances, Chance has just shot up and into the clubhouse.
Okay, got it.
And now that you can see as you're up there, you see this figure who is cloaked in this robe that is entirely composed of fungus. Just has these large sleeves just like frills of shelf fungus, and they wear this porcelain mask, and they're reaching these worm-like hands outward as you can see that they are the source of this sickly green pulsating light.
Awesome. Well, that has been all of my actions for this turn, so I am here looking at that.
Farah.
Okay. So do the kids look like they're like moving in towards Viridian, or do they seem like they're just ignoring her because she's part of the hive or whatever, you know?
They seem to be ignoring her and going after Chance.
Okay.
Protect. I don't know why I do.
Is there any way that I could like get past them to try to go up the tree as well without invoking like 18 million attacks of opportunity from small children hands?
Not really, but you did see Chance basically, I mean, you quote unquote saw Chance weave through this kids, and even though they seem to notice Chance, they like reached out hands to him. They
Mhm.
don't seem particularly hostile yet, but there
Okay.
is no
Oh,
way
yet.
you gotta
Yet they
go
say.
through them.
Sure. So I'm gonna try to weave through them as well, and try to go up this tree.
Yes, and definitely with this massive like of this mycelium and these vines and all this fungus that is around here and all the children, this is definitely difficult terrain. So it'll take pretty much all of your movement just to get to the base of the tree.
Okay. I think that I'm going to use my action to cast Spirit Guardians, but I'm not going to make the children like enemies of it.
Okay.
So I'm just getting that ready for when I can move up.
Cool. All right. Yeah, definitely, Kara, afterwards, after you've summoned your beautiful surly boys to protect
Dem thighs.
Dem's eyes gonna squash. You see Kara, of course, bolting her way towards the base of the tree, and is getting ready, and then is getting ready to climb up of it after Chance. Chance, as you're standing in this room and you see this figure before you,
Yeah.
they take a hand and they bring it to the back, and they bring out this staff.
Uh-huh.
And they point it at you as if they're going to attack you with the spell.
Uh-huh.
And they have disadvantage, right?
Yes.
And you see as they flourish this staff and point it at you, you see this pulse of green light emanates towards you, but you're able to duck just in time.
Oh, crap. Yep. Oh, I feel so safe. Feel really good about all my choices.
And then for Farah and Arnadel, for what you see now as Kara is beginning to climb up the base of this tree, this tentacle that had lashed out against Chance, that now lashes towards Kara. And it just pulls out a chunk of her hair, and she's like, "Ah, god damn it!"
Rude. Exceptionally rude tentacle.
Fucking
droplets
leaf
of blood
snatching up in here.
Hold my hoops.
We should have Vaselined up before we went in.
God.
And you see little droplets of blood go flying. And then the children now, they
Of course.
start swaying gently back and forth, and they go and make their way now towards Viridian, and they outstretch their hands toward you, and they say, "She is all is her." And they, very cult-like, making their way over towards you. And Viridian, it is your turn. I will say you have advantage on the saving throw to snap out of this.
Ooh, didn't need it. Dirty 20. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, you're like, ah!
She sees the kids and just goes,
and you're able to stand up, and you have the rest of your turn.
Stands up. Her bug legs probably disappeared when she was in her state, unfortunately. But she is going to she again looks around. I'm so Oh, Farrah, I'm so sorry. Don't look. And and black 6 black legs start pushing out of her mouth and peeling the skin away from her body as a beetle emerges and pushes the viridian skin down onto the ground, and a large clacking beetle like pushes through the kids and goes up to the tree to start climbing to help.
Oh, it's so
That is
beautiful.
wild shape, Arnadell. That's my
Oh my
wild
god,
shape.
Arnadell, I didn't get your initiative. What did you roll? Oh, that's right.
Rolled a 1.
Oh my god. Who's the enemy?
I'm just scared everywhere I look.
Everywhere I look, it's bad.
This is truly hell. I thought we were playing Descent into Avernus next week.
Druids wild shape any way they want.
Yeah,
It's
you're
true.
right.
It's true.
You're so right.
Technically
That's
true.
very like like what is it? What the metamorphosis?
Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read that yet, and I'd really like to.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
I'm thinking Kafka on the beach or actual Kafka?
No, Kafka's
Actual-
metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Metamorphosis.
The man who becomes a cockroach.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that. Yes.
Yes.
I just watched a TED talk on it. Haven't read it.
This is
It's
all
super
Arnadell
short.
speaking too, I hope.
What? Oh, we're both just sitting there scratching our chin, like, I haven't read it. This is fascinating. She's like really stoked about it. It is unsettling, but like her curiosity and interest like surpasses that. She's definitely like, you're gonna have to do that again, please. And I'm gonna have a lot of questions. I have so many. But
You see the beetle shake its head up and
oh
down.
my god, you can understand. Holy shit, I'm so excited.
Is wild shape for you an action or a bonus action?
Oh, it is that's fine. That can be my only. That can be my only turn.
Okay.
Because I also did like stand up, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on the tree though. I'm climbing.
You can definitely make your way over there and get to the base of the tree. Arnadell, I'm so sorry. What would you like to do in your turn?
I'm the tree.
Climb the tree. Yes.
Actually, I really have been trying to test out levitate. Anybody else want a little balloon floaty up action?
I don't think anyone else is standing by you right now. I think everybody's climbing,
I
right?
just looked
Yeah,
around
everyone's
and
made their way towards the tree, so you'd have to run over there and then you could touch someone.
I'm guessing it's like balloony, right? Like I just cast it and then float up 20 feet.
Yeah, do you need to use like the walls and stuff to push yourself around? Yeah.
It says that you unless you use other things, you just float vertically.
Okay, so once you
20
get up there,
feet.
you're gonna have to be able to like.
You're gonna drift away
Like,
like a
swim.
balloon.
Arnadell just swim headbutts the guy.
Dunk.
Take that, you fiend.
Yar!
I love it.
You guys think if I'm by like a branch or something, I can kind of like push myself.
You,
It'll be like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
All right, but now as it seems that the children have lost their prey, their eyes turn from a yellow to a red, and suddenly they seem angry, and their voices deepen into this just inscrutable growl, and their fingers lengthen and sharpen as their nails take on this shiny carrot black carapace, and they begin to reach out and rake their fingers on you all who are down by the base of the tree.
awesome.
Are any of us still there?
Yeah, so you're all basically, or like, because you have to like, you can only go one at a time, so you all kind of like have to queue up to climb up.
Well, I'm.
So yeah, Viridian had gotten there first, and then Kara, Farah, and then Viridian, and then Arnadell got there last. So you're all kind of like, shit, go up, go, go.
Pushing each other's butts.
Yeah, just like, faster, please. But as they just are just like recklessly just reaching out their claws, and they don't make purchase, but you feel them as they have turned their anger towards you. And Farah, it's your turn. You're on ready to climb
Climbing
up.
this tree. Get the fuck out of here. Can I get up with all my movement?
Yes, definitely. But as you do and as you climb up, you see this tentacle begin to lash out towards you.
Cool.
What is your AC?
It's 17.
It lashes out right against the bark of the tree, and it clatters, breaking one of the steps, but you're able to dodge just in time and scurry your way up the rest.
Nice. Okay. So I see this freaky guy now. So
Real spoopy.
Real spoopy. I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action. Oh, so first off, my spirit guardians come up with me.
Yes.
So do we want to wait till his turn for that damage, or
does it say when they start
does the
their
first
turn
time or when they start their turn? So I can't.
Okay, yeah. So then they'll get it now.
Okay.
Yeah. Once they move up.
All right, that's 9, 15, and 18 points of radiant damage.
Nice. So you see, not only do you see this fungus person taking this damage, but also you see this sort of moss and lichen that had grown around the trapdoor that now your spirit guardians have turned their attention to. So now you are aware that there's something around the trapdoor.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Some sort of hospitable creature that has probably been the one lashing its tentacles at everyone.
Jerk.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bonus action. I'm just gonna lay it all out there. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Nice.
Right behind the dude. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to make that attack roll. Oh no. That's a 15. I don't think that hits.
It does not.
Okay. And then bonus action. Can I see the thing that my spirit guardians can see? I assume
Yes.
If they know it, I know it. So then I'm going to go ahead and try to firebolt whatever the fuck that is.
Sweet.
Okay. That's going to be a 24.
That definitely does hit.
Sick. All right. Let's do 3d10. All right. That's going to be 24.
Nice. Excellent.
And I'm going to try to move myself as far away from both of them as I can, if I have any more movement. If I don't, I'm going to stand there and be like, fuck.
Yeah, and chances, right? Standing right there next to you.
So as you're in this
run off
L-shaped
without
building.
us again. What is this shit?
So as you're in this L-shaped building, you're at like the bottom of the L, and now like right around the corner you can see this fungus person, and then where you came up the trapdoor was at the base of the L, so you can like stand as in the middle of between the two of them as possible, but you're like
Awesome.
Everything is awesome.
This is fine.
And I'm just gonna be like, there's some worm dude in the tentacle. Fuck. Watch out, guys.
Got it.
Kara's like, worm dude, tentacle fucking. She tries to scurry up the ladder, and then
there's your metal band.
There we go. And she takes another lash from the tentacles, but she climbs up the rest of the way, and she immediately, you see that she is just boiling with rage, and she goes swinging out with her sword towards the mushroom person. And you see that she just slashes into it, and from its shelf fungus composed robes, you see just worms fly off as she hacks into this creature.
Gross.
And it takes some damage.
Sorry, did Chance's turn get skipped? I thought he went before Kara.
Oh, sorry. God.
That's okay. I mean, Kara can do that. I'll go with the next one. You got this. Babe. You got it.
Excellent. And yeah, she's just hacking away at this thing, and you just see just insects and scorpions and fungus just fly off of this body. And then Chance.
Cool. So is that thing dead? Is that cool?
It's not dead. It's very much alive.
But just a pile of bugs now.
As it's taking
shape,
hits,
in a
just
trench
yeah,
coat.
yeah, made of fungus trench coat.
Awesome. Okay. Chance is just and then I'm going to go ahead and use my channel divinity feature. So all of a sudden, instead of one chance, there are two chances as a shadow version of myself splits apart, and we move in unison. And basically, we're gonna go ahead and flank this thing here. And so that took my action to do that, but we're going to move into place. And then I'm also going to summon my spiritual weapon, which is like a black ice pick that appears and tries to stab into the back of this thing.
Kara says as you see the second chance spear, everyone deserves a second chance. Do you get it?
That's the whole point in my name. All right, here we go. Okay, so that is going to be... Oh, what do I add to? Is that my spell attack modifier? Oh, yeah, +9. Jesus! 24 to hit.
Definitely does.
Okay, sweet. That good ice pick is going to get him for 12 damage.
Very nice.
As it stabs him in the bibbity back. And now there are two chances.
Flanking.
Yep.
All right, excellent. All right, so as now these two chances have started to flank around this creature, it is going to
quit
here. Yes.
we hear a whistle.
Goodbye.
And it pulls out a time card.
Gotta go. Have
This
more
is
children to
hard.
mindfuck.
No thanks.
Bye.
And now that Kara and Chance are both around it, and it looks as it has this body language as if it has suddenly become threatened. And you see that around it, very space seems to warp. And Celeste, I'm gonna have you make a wisdom saving throw.
Why? Okay, 21.
Very
Luckily,
nice.
this is my good one.
And as you felt as if you were about to be transported to another place.
Oh, what a dick!
You see that you're like, no, I'm here. This is where I am. This is what I'm
For a
doing.
reason,
But
mushroom boy,
mushroom bullshit.
mushroom boy, trying to send me off to God knows where.
God damn. But as you anchor yourself in your feet, in your body, where you are, your brain becomes racked with this pain, as if just this pulsating migraine lashes through your mind, and you take 19 psychic damage.
Holy
Oh.
crap! Your boy is getting beat up.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And then
Crap.
as Arnadell is still at the base of the tree, these tentacles are going to lash out at you now. And one of them just lands solid purchase on you, and you take 17 acid damage as you feel this acrid fluid just splash against you.
Mm-mm.
And then let's see here. And then Arnadell, it is your turn. With children are swarming in.
I'm assuming that I've already floated to the top of where I need to be and kind of landed.
Oh yeah, so you float to the top. There is kind of like a window opening that you can pull yourself into to get into the clubhouse area.
And I guess I got lassoed in by that acidic tendril.
Oh.
Well, not in. It just was like it like grabbed at your ankle.
It did slappies.
And he said, and so you can pull yourself into the room if you would like.
I really hope it made that noise.
Like
Um,
grab ass at the window.
Yeah.
Whoa.
well, I like get,
demon.
so I go ahead and get my buns in there and stop concentrating on levitate, and I'm gonna smack it with I had it. I every time I want to not use agonizing blast, but fuck it, let's use agonizing blast. Why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Oldie
so
but goodie.
it is an oldie but a goodie. That's gonna. So the first one is going to be, oh my god, math. 16.
That just barely misses.
Okay. Second one's, I still have 2, right? I'm pretty sure I just
Yes.
have 2. Second one's gonna be.
Or you have 3 now since we're level 11.
Oh fuck yes! So number 2 is going to be 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Sweet.
17 is your own number for this fungus robed creature.
Oh my god. Let's see. That's gonna be 1d10. Where's that at? 1d10. So first damage is gonna be really? Oh yeah. 9 damage on that one.
Whoop.
Hell you.
And then the second one, oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be a 22, and that damage is gonna be 13
Beautiful.
Hell yes.
on acidic tendril.
I love it. And that brings us up to Viridian.
Clack, 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 clack.
Oh, yeah.
Am I able to get my my little giant fire beetle up the?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and it would say it takes about like 10 feet of movement, so you'll still have however much movement you have left as a giant beetle.
Yeah, 20 feet. And when I get up there, how far away is our mushroomy cloaked companion?
I would definitely say you can make it with the rest of your movement.
Sweet.
No, it's not a large place, as you might imagine these children have
It's a
constructed.
camphouse.
Yeah, Viridian realizes now that she's past the disgusting children, maybe this wasn't the best move because not a lot of damage can be inflicted. So you see, oh no, Farrah, no. You see one green fist punch through the exoskeleton of the giant fire beetle and start ripping it off, and then a sort of interstitial goo covered Viridian shakes it off and
Sexy.
then takes some from her bangs and flicks it at the mushroom person while casts blight on them.
Kara says, sploosh.
Oh my
How is that attractive? Oh my god.
Wow, don't kink shame Celeste. What the
Don't yuck people.
It was
I
a
am
double entendre with the automatopoeia and what you do when you see a sexy lady. You get it?
I
gotta be
is
kinda
power not
stoked about the
attractive?
Oh no, Chance takes 60
Resourceful.
damage and is dead. Oh no, goodbye.
Oh, what does blight do?
So this necromantic energy comes from this interstitial fluid. That's right, kids. Bugs have open veined hearts. It's very disgusting. I love it. So it's got to take a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh, excellent. That is a 17.
Cool. Well, it beats it. So, but it takes half. So let me just roll. Holy, this is real. Sorry, I've never
Blight's the shit, man.
Blight's a great spell.
It's a sweet ass.
I've never cast it quite this high. So
Ooh, does the planty thing count as does it count as a planty thing? Doesn't it do extra damage to plant creatures?
oh yeah, it does. They have to they do a saving throw at disadvantage. Thank you.
It is not a plant thing.
Rude.
Oh, it's just wearing plants.
It's
because
just
that's what's in
wearing. It's just
fashion.
the latest.
It has
trend.
worm arms.
Yeah. As the goo slides down this person's face, they take 15 damage.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice. This thing is a significantly smaller clump of bugs.
Bigs.
And then let's see here. And so as you're all now standing in this small kind of L-shaped clubhouse room, all of a sudden that sickly sweet stench begins to overwhelm you as you see this kind of fog descend from the branches. And now 6 children who are being tethered by these planty fungus-like tendrils descend from the branches above, and they jump you. And I would need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Like
Under
little
the ship.
elastic children, like on little stream. Like,
Yep.
Say
Like, as
Donadel
it-
got a natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're like, ah!
I got
Cover your mouth!
a 19 plus 7.
I am going to
Ooh,
use
nice.
a luck reroll to reroll
Hell yeah.
this dice. Because fuck that noise. Okay, that'll be a 17.
Okay.
It was a natural 1 at first.
Viridian, how did you do?
Dirty 20.
Brady
No!
just punches a kid right in the face.
Yeah.
Fucking!
Not today.
And you see all of these children descend down, and they're being hung by these fungus nooses around their necks as they drop down towards the ground in front of you, and this cloud of spores emanates from their bodies. But you're all like,
Nope.
and you were able to suppress the effects of this spore cloud that has descended on you. Chance.
Is what Chance says. And then all right, well, now that I am flanking with my bad self, I'm gonna go ahead and get a sneak attack on the bitch. So I'm gonna pull out Chance's weapon, which is a boomerang that has a bunch of spikes on it, and I'm gonna use it to club this thing while I'm here. So it's sort of a half dagger, half boomerang.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
I'm gonna get some stabbies. Here we go. Plus 10 to hit. That's amazing. 26.
That hits.
Cool. All right, so it's a D4 for my dagger ring, and then plus 6.
Daggering.
So that's gonna be 8 damage plus my sneak attack. Okay. Wow, that's 2 6s and a 5.
Nice.
So
Hell yeah.
14, 25 damage total.
Oh boy.
As I stab this thing with my dagger ring. And then I'm going to roll to see if I hit with my spiritual weapon. So my ice pick is still stabbing at it too.
Oh yeah. Whoosh.
Yep, 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, I love rogues. It's mid-max.
Rogues are so good.
Mid-max the shit out of this. I rolled an 8 on that. What do I add to that?
Your spellcasting modifier?
Okay, then plus
believe.
5.
So 13.
Yep. So another 13 as my so I'm stabby from behind, and it looks like Shadow Chance is doing it at the same time. So they're both stabbing into this thing, and it's
And
like,
Shadow Chance holding the ice pick.
yeah, just like ah! So it's very like Jack Nicholson. This is all happening.
Katie, it's your turn.
Okay, bonus action. I too am also going to try to snip them with my scissors. Spiritual weapon. That's gonna be nice. 28 to hit.
Tell me how your spiritual scissors
Snizzers.
snip this foe.
Yeah, so they go up to him, and it's almost like they cut through him, but they come up with like a thread of life from him and
Mhm.
start to like coarsely try to sniff at it and does damage to a thread of his life.
Oh man! And as you snip through this final thread of life, all of a sudden it erupts in these pustules and acid, and everyone that is within 10 feet of it, which is to say everyone, is going to take this huge splash of acid damage, which I would say is not enough to kill you, but it fucking hurts as it splashes into your eyes and you're like, oh god!
I hate it.
Ew. Okay.
Brian's crying because some of her bugs are dying underneath her.
My babies.
And then crying makes the acid worse because it's just spreading in your eye.
No.
But as you kind of like, you come to and you use your sleeve and you wipe this shit off of your face, and as you kind of get your bearings then, and you manage to look out one of the cracks in the clubhouse walls, and you see all of the children are now looking around, just dazed and confused, and they all begin to cry and like, where's my mom? And
Oh no. Oh no.
now is a true test,
No.
crying children.
Yeah, no.
I lay down. I give up.
Nope.
Wait, I want to see what was under the trap door. Is there still something down there?
So the creature that had been down there, as after this fungus robed creature has been explained,
Exploded. Yeah.
has exploded. The creature that's surrounding the trapdoor now kind of disintegrates into this ash, as if whatever was tethering it here, its tethers has now been severed.
Oh my god. Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Brian's gonna climb down. Are any of the kids hurt? Other than mentally, we don't like.
They're scarred forever, but
none of them are physically injured. It looks like they still have this very kind of deathy fungus kind of appearance to them, but it seems to have lessened a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Children, can any of you come? What happened to you? Our
Chance?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm gonna like usher them and start hugging kids, and I'm sure I recognize all of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're all there on like Saturday church. And you see one of them. He's just like, is a little boy named Timothy, who's one of like the altar boys. Is like, we were in our clubhouse, and then we were playing Cowboys and Indians, and then when some of us went into the clubhouse, and then everything went weird, and I don't how long have I been gone?
No, it's okay. You haven't been gone for very long. Whatever happened
30
it's fine.
years.
No, it's fine. It's over now.
What?
3 hours. Just 3 hours. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are all of you here? I'm gonna do a head count and make sure everybody's here.
Yeah. You look through, you count, and you're like, you count that all of them are indeed here.
How are them noose kids though?
Oh yeah, that worked.
Just curious.
They're not. They don't appear to be dead, but they are incapacitated.
Did you say noose?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they dropped spore bombs on us as they hung themselves from the tree.
Oh yeah, I think I was getting.
It was horrible.
Oh god, I'm glad I missed that.
I'll start going and like curing some wounds and stuff.
Yeah, I have revivifies and cure wounds and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and as you try to reach out with your curing and your healing spells, you feel that they don't exactly work. You think you would need some sort of like greater restoration kind of effect to help these children get back to normal faster.
Okay, well, I only got one of those, so let's start carting these kids back.
Oh, yeah. Viridian claps. All right, kids, we're gonna follow the fireflies, and calls out into the wind, and like a bunch of, I'd say 36 of fireflies show up, maybe,
Yeah.
and start dancing around and leading us through the forest back to New Breach.
And yeah, and as kids are like mesmerized by bubbles, they're very much like in the same way the fireflies, like trying to like bap them out of the air and like clap them in their hands, and you're able to lead them back to their parents. And while their parents look concerned about their visages, they are relieved to have them back.
I assure you, we will do everything we can to restore your children to their original forms.
Well,
we are still investigating exactly what happened out there, but for now they're safe.
And yes, you have in fact delivered them safe to their homes, where they may receive a full night's rest, as with you all. And you have saved the children of New Breach.
Yay! Oh my god, that was horrible, Sage.
Sarah, let's go get a booze trough.
Yay!
Yeah, boost drop.
Yes. I need it.
It's on me, but not
All right.
on me. I'm just, I'm paying for it. Yeah.
I'm really trying to like. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
Yeah,
That's fucking horrifying to think about.
Well, thank you all. I have truly been your spoopy storyteller, Sage.
I have been your NPC who made it through, luckily, somehow. Chance, played by me. My name in real life is Celeste Conowitch. Oh, this is hard.
You went in the wrong order. Brittany was supposed to go before you.
Oh, crap!
Please,
No, I was like, see, I was first. Damn it!
I've been here doubly horrified. They're on the one end, kids in general are horrifying to me, and on
Truly.
the other, insects, and then children vomiting insects.
Yum.
Chanting through
Oh, God.
worms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Mhm.
And I've been Viridian Green, your very happy, like in heaven, half orc Animancer druid. And my real name is Jen Vaughn.
Yeah, Jen, also tell people where they can find you out in the big wide world.
Yes, if you're into D&D podcasts, which I guess you are if you're here.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah, you can listen to my podcast where I play a Tiefling Ranger, Riot. It's family friendly, all women as well, D20 Dames. You can find it anywhere podcasts are free, or you can watch my RPG show, Jen Vaughn's Big Dungeon Show. We've been playing Dread this month, and next month we're going to be playing something very spooky and fun and from the 80s.
Ooh. Yes, I definitely recommend D20 Dames. As I was actually a babysitter for a number of years, and I got one of the kids that I babysat into D&D, and I was like, let's listen to D20 Dames, yay! And so now, like, he has his mom text me about the review of your last episode that came out, and he's just like, oh my god, I love it! And so you have a fan named Jason.
I will send you $5 in the mail, Sage. Thank you.
And last but not least,
It's me, Katie. I played your traumatized tiefling, Farah Valen, and I'm ready for bed and nightmares.
Yeah, this is so much trauma.
everyone go to sleep watching The Office and shake it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. Okay, I guess I'll jump in here. Thank you everybody, of course, for watching the stream. This is Venture Maidens. If you didn't know that, hello. If you would like to support our show, if you like what we do here, please give us some follows on social media. So at Venture Maidens on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. If you really like what we do, go ahead and check out our Patreon, where you can donate monthly. We just started adding on every other weekend. We're not doing a main episode. We're going to be playing through Descent into Avernus, which Sage is also DMing for.
Hey, did you like all the horrible things that I did to everyone?
This is
Come
what-
see it happen!
Yay! So
I'm
every
about to
week-
punch a necromancer.
Yeah, so every week now you can find us here streaming on Wednesdays, either Descent into Avernus or regular games. And like I was saying, that audio is available in a podcast form only for our patrons. So if you donate at just $1 a month, you get an entirely new podcast. It's the best deal in podcasting. Yeah, but thank you everybody so much for being here. And so Jen, we're going to do the thing where we all like pause and then say venture away together at the same time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
So until next time,
Venture away!
adventure away, everybody. That was awesome. Woo! Okay, going to the end screen. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.